Leo, welcome to Life and Symbolism and your tarot reading. We'll be looking at your recent past energies, your present energies, and then we'll see how these may develop moving into the future. Happy birthday if it's been your birthday recently. Hope you've had a great one, as best as you possibly could during the pandemic. And thank you for your patience with me. I actually realised that doing YouTube readings means we are opening our connections or casting such a wide net. And I was connecting with so many different sources of energy, and it was actually a little bit overwhelming. So I needed to go away and learn how to protect my energy so that I can continue to do these readings without totally draining my own energy. So thanks for your patience. I've made a lot of progress with that. I'll be doing a relatively short reading today, and then we'll see how we go. So let's see, recent past for Leo, please. What's been going on? Thank you for your protection, Archangel Michael. Please show us the messages for Leo. Leo, this is quite an uncertain energy that we're moving from the past. You've recently been wondering if there's a bit of deception going on. Maybe wondering if you can trust a certain person or a situation. Maybe someone's given you reason to not trust them. Or maybe you're just feeling a little bit suspicious of something and you've been trying to get to the bottom of something and figuring out the truth. So let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, Leo. It's really been actually getting you down and it's made you frustrated, like the amount of time that's gone that you feel you could have been doing something much more productive has really been getting you down to the point of total boredom and just at times maybe feeling a little bit. I'm wondering if it's caused you to retreat a little bit and some time alone is not really what you were wanting at the moment. I've just realised my window's open, so I'm just going to pause whilst I get rid of the background noise. What I think this is, Leo, is that if you feel there's some deception going on, you may have removed yourself from a situation and you might be feeling a bit isolated because of that, which is making you unhappy. Or just confronting it dead on has led you to feel like, I think there's disappointment. I think you've been let down. Let's see. Recent past energies, please, for Leo. Interesting, this we kind of got this on its side. It seems to me like you were expecting to have some kind of celebration, some kind of enjoyment. There's something that you were expecting, but it's not quite happened yet, and I think there's been delays, and that could be because of the pandemic. And it makes sense to me now that delay is what's causing the boredom and the frustration, which I'm seeing here with the Four of Cups, and a lot of doubt, and it's causing you to sort of rethink things and contemplate, hang on, like, what am I doing here? Is this the right thing? And I think that can cause you to feel a little bit hopeless, but with that together, it's asking you to kind of face things head on, really, so that you get your answers from this doubt, and it's asking you to take responsibility for your side. And I'm not saying that the issue is your fault or your responsibility, but it's the idea of, well, if you've done everything you can on your side to communicate and get the answers and find out as much as you possibly can, then at least that will help you to feel that you've not been feeling that you're not hopeless or totally dependent on or out of control with the situation. Basically, it would definitely benefit you to find some control. So that's what you've been dealing with in the recent past. So yeah, not the easiest energy to deal with, Leo. Let's see what's going on in your present. Definitely retreating still and taking some time out. Potentially recovering. If you have found out that somebody was dishonest or disloyal or deceptive in some way, then you've actually been needing to recuperate, finding it really difficult and trying to get your thoughts in order, basically. I think there's impatience, as a little bit of impatience, but I just think you feel like you've been majorly let down, and so you've needed to take yourself away to think and reflect, but also to relax and to recuperate from the stress and the boredom and potentially a bit of depression that this might have caused you. So just retreating, Leo, from the difficulties. And gosh, yeah, you feel like it feels like a difficult time at the moment. It's almost as if no matter what you do, you're not kind of getting the reaction, the response or the results that you're looking for. But what I like about this is that you're being very, very resilient, because you are Leo. You are confident. You are strong. You are stable. And this is therefore really reassuring in a time of stress, because it shows that you can use your strength and your confidence to bring you through positively. So it's saying to hold on to what you believe and not to budge, and to stay true to yourself, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And if at times you feel frustrated still, where you look back and you're looking at the shortcomings, the shortfalls, try not to do that, because it's actually the energies are turning more powerful, more positive than it seems. So this is to really ask you to come out of this energy of, or what I can see you're doing is coming out of this energy of hopelessness and fear and doubt and disbelief, and actually moving into an energy of strength, where yes, you need to take some time out, and you have been, but you've been building some strong walls around you where you can go out again and confront the situation, and like I say, do your part, make sure that you're not hopeless in the situation. But also it's saying to stay true to yourself and to stick to your guns, and to be patient and to persevere. Resilience is going to work really well for you at this time. So that's what I can see you're doing, Leo, is being patient and resilient, even though underneath I think you have been absolutely fuming. But it's not like someone's done something that you can really categorically say, I'm angry at you because X, Y, Z. It's a very kind of sneaky, confusing, underlying energy. Nice. Good. Okay, happy to see this. So Leo, this whole situation is going to be reaching its conclusion it seems actually in your present. It is reaching a conclusion. So if it hasn't already, then you will be very soon getting some kind of conclusion, result, answer, things kind of coming together in a way that you've been waiting for them to come together. So it's clarity in its completion, and it's basically, having been so resilient, it's then being able to reap the rewards, and to have your success and to have your triumph. I mean, in traditional packs, this world card is often the best in the pack, because it shows celebration and success, and it also shows lots of opportunities in terms of work, but for yourself as well, spiritual ascension, and having worked through trials and tribulations and stayed true to yourself, you have like a better understanding of your karmic path. So that's why I really like to see this here for you, because it's encouraging you to stay strong and to be true to yourself and to achieve your goals no matter what the deceptive energies are around you. Also, if you've been feeling a bit disheartened by the collective energies around you, this is a nice card to say that, you need to focus more on you, and maybe that's been getting you down as well, the energies around you. So that's a nice, and there's I'm seeing lots of circles in closing. If you see here, this one and this one, notice that there's something in the middle and the circles around you. So I like that for you, Leo, because I'm sensing self-protection, and I'm sensing almost building like an energetic sphere around you where you can't be weighed down anymore by the collective energies, so that you can keep your focus. And also the world is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is our teacher. And you may have heard about the Saturn return, which has its cycle. It's I believe, I'm not an astrologer, but from what I understand, every 7 years Saturn comes round, and so we learn lessons every 7 years. So that's the sort of thing. It's like when something comes round and it reaches a completion, and we learn a lesson, and we grow spiritually. Brilliant. I'm happy to see that for you, Leo. Let's see what happens moving forward. I'm happy for you, Leo. I am. Right, so this is a really great way for you to move forward, and it's like there may be times where you feel you're not ready to move forward, if it means that you have to let go of something else in order to move forward. But the advice of the cards here is like, no, this is a really good direction for you to go in. And I think that you're ready. I think that you're happy to kind of detach from the old and the stuff that isn't working anymore and move forward in this energy, because it's something that's going to bring you more emotional fulfillment and make you happier as well. So it's not just a physical journey, it's a spiritual one as well, where you find more happiness and fulfillment, like a soul fulfilling journey. So when you are ready to come out of the retreat, you've got a really lovely journey ahead of you. Right, lots to say here. Okay, bear with me. Okay, thank you. So that was with you, right, and that is with you. So, Leo, you're working relentlessly, very determined towards reaching your goals, and that's what I can see here. You get very bored when things aren't moving, but you're staying true, and you're moving things, literally pushing things full steam ahead, prepared to work, prepared to sweat, prepared to put in the effort. But there is a sense of disappointment with the sun here in reverse. Again, some kind of delay preventing the outcomes from happening as quickly, but it's a minor setback, and it's a temporary delay. And actually, with this being ruled by your sign, Leo, I'm wondering if you're taking something to heart. For example, if something doesn't go right and it's just a minor delay, but for you it feels like the worst thing ever because now your colleagues think that you weren't capable. No one's thinking that of you, Leo, and if they are, well, they're not worth your time worrying about, is what I mean. It's not worth you worrying about that, because you know you're capable. We all know, everyone knows that you're capable. You're Leo, you're strong, you have the energy and the drive and the determination, and you're also charismatic and willing to put yourself out there. So you've got everything that you need, but it just means that things aren't quite in alignment at the moment. And if you are feeling lonely, and I picked up on that at the beginning, Leo, some of you might be lonely because of the pandemic or because of something else, potentially removing yourself away from a group of friends or a partner or a workplace. Now, that could be the case with this. And what it's suggesting is to reconnect with activities that you really enjoy, and to reach out to your family, spend some more time with your family as well, or loved ones and other friends that maybe you've not seen or spoken to for some time. That's going to help you get through that. But bear in mind, if anything goes wrong in the near future, it's only temporary, and try to steer your attention into fulfilling things so that you don't sort of loop back into that frustration, boredom pattern where when things aren't totally going to plan, you end up getting a little bit down on yourself. The other thing, let's see what else we've got over here. So the Ace of Swords is in reverse. So this is a lack of communication or some kind of anxiety or things being a little bit out of balance. But I get the feeling that it's coming from someone else, where it's making you think that you might need to work on your own, because we've got generosity here, working together, and we've got possessiveness, and I'm wondering if somebody's not giving their fair share. Say, for example, if you're setting up a business, someone's being really greedy, and maybe you've been really open and sharing all of your resources, and then they're not sharing theirs with you, or they're expecting you to do all the work or to put in everything financially. And if it's a relationship or a partnership, maybe someone's expecting you to give, but you're not getting in return. So I do see that these came out together. It is linked. But the message is to not worry about it too much, because it's a temporary setback and it's only going to help you get aligned back on your right path. And the Ace of Swords in reverse, maybe if you're not already flying solo, it might be the right thing for you to consider. Thank you. What else? A few too many there. Please show me clearly. What else do we have for Leo moving forward? Wow. Okay, Leo. Now, with all of that being said, it's going to cause you a little bit of uncertainty and a bit of confusion in terms of what direction do you go forward in or with. You might be hearing from someone, you might be hearing some news that was unexpected, you might be feeling like, similarly, whatever this thing is that you felt someone was being deceptive or hiding from you, it's going to come out in the near future. Be mindful that it might trigger you because of some kind of, let's say, some maybe belief that's not real that you learned about yourself as a child, maybe that, for example, being unwanted or unloved, that type of thing. If it's true that this person or you've been in some way left out or lied to or deceived, when this comes out, when you find out the full story about this, when you get that, gut-wrenching stomach feeling, just take a moment and think about, ask yourself, what is that emotion that you're feeling and where does it really come from? What's the story that it's telling you? Because it could be, for example, someone doesn't include you, or they don't show up when they're supposed to turn up, and then you find out that they never intended to work with you, and then it gets you in the stomach, and why there's a link maybe to a family member who didn't show up when they said that they'd show up, or something like that, just as a very brief example, because I'm feeling there's a trigger, and that could be why it's getting you down, maybe more than I think normally it would, because Leo, you're totally fine on your own, like you're totally dependable. What? That's not what I want to say. You're totally independent, but you can totally depend on yourself, financially, with your work, with your income, with the things that you need to do. You've got it, you've got this, but there's a little bit of a triggering thing that I can see here that throws you off track a little bit and sets you in a bit of a cycle. But I'm not worried, because like I explained with the World card, you're coming to an end, you're drawing all of that to a close, but it just might be that it shines light on something. And so there's potentially this secret about to be revealed, information coming out, which really you knew deep down. So it's not anything that you didn't already know, but it's something that you didn't have proof of or clarification of. Some kind of revelation of some information. And whatever it is and however it works out, you don't need to be worried, because you're going to work yourself into the kind of Ten of Pentacles, which is financial security, but so much better than you ever imagined. It's the type of thing where you can you can be totally comfortable. Maybe you've got different lines of income. Maybe you've got some passive income as well. Maybe it's signing a deal. For some of you, it could link back to your childhood in terms of meaning that you are moving back home, to near to where you were born, and that's bringing you in this sense of grounding. And also with the Sun in reverse, for some it can be the paternal figure with a link to childhood. That could be something that's significant here. But basically it's all kind of being revealed in the near future, and it's all coming to a head in such a way that you're going to be able to actually express yourself, and see that staying true to yourself brings you what you need and what you want. So despite lots of stuff going on around you, Leo, I'm not worried for you, because I can see that insofar as you sticking to your path, doing what's right for you, being true to yourself, staying authentic, keeping with your objectives and your goals, that's where it's going to bring you. So, i.e. prosperity, financial security, comfort, but also a sense of security within yourself. And it's like your imagination's really on point at the moment. Being able to get around every obstacle. It can at times also be family security. So maybe with the child card here as well, childhood, or links to childhood with the sun in reverse, maybe there's a child involved. Or maybe you're setting up, for example, buying a house, thinking about having children, but it's that source of security that allows you to do that. So you're totally moving in the right direction, Leo. There's just kind of a lot of noise going on around you, but I can see that you're staying true to yourself, doing what you need to do. Just try to not allow yourself to get sucked into that boredom cycle. Because when you're bored and restless, you can get in your head a little bit and doubt yourself. But you don't need to do that. It's a minor delay and a minor setback, but that doesn't take anything away from your ability, your strength, your knowledge, your wisdom, your skills, and your eventual success. So yeah, patience is a virtue for you in this one, Leo, and also staying true to yourself, not budging, and keeping your eye on your own path. So I'll leave it there, Leo. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and your time with me. Archangel Michael, thank you so much for protecting us. Thank you for shining your light. Please continue to shine your light for those who need it, guiding out the darkness. Thank you very much. And Leo, take care. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what's going on. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you again next time. Thank you, Leo. Goodbye.